Thank you so much for your support with the team, for all of this visiting and supporting. It was a lot in terms of like thinking and reaching to the point that find out that what is really needed there. It wasn't possible without this, all of these visits. Around or you just arrived? We're gonna have a presentation, but we can also give you an early presentation, not the same presentation, but
Last checks. Yes. It's a little details. Now
Exactly, the difference.
yeah, really. All the things we like about.
Now is the time.
How are you? Yeah?
You're working with Ilko? Or no?
Yeah, actually.
Okay. For defense projects. Okay. Exciting.
I'm very excited.
Any
I'm gonna pick your brain so much.
You are
Sorry.
welcome.
I'm in advance.
No worries. Any direction?
I have already Speak of the devil. Yeah, at least in my face, they were like, we like your idea.
Yeah.
Okay, not in my face. Okay, that's a will.
Oh, I didn't hear about it.
Finally, after, well, I've been actively my observation comes to that fact over 80% have something about 15% of that have to do with responsibility, which is not very not disappointing, but still. It was a small number, but still something.
50. 50. Oh, 50.
Very honest. We're not even sure what we're talking about.
Great. So you have to do it next time.
I hope to see a lot of you guys. I know I'm not a very great face, but you have a lot.
You make sure you make yourself present, right? Okay, good stuff.
At least my wife yeah, I
Ik heb ze gezegd van begin met mensen die hier een keer hierheen te vegen.
Ja, oké.
Then I would suggest there are spots over there that are not reserved, because when you're in that camera angle, if you want, then you're not in the video. For instance, yeah, because that's that camera. And hang on, the space next to you is reserved, because that's one of our panelists who will sit there. Yeah, I'm in.
Welcome, great that you're here. We're live while the energy builds up towards the live showcase from the Digital Society School. It's a creative community of learners, designers and change makers. They spent here 6 months of tackling societal challenges connected with the SDGs and using not only digital tools but also their collaborative skills and their sense for multi-perspectivity, not only to imagine but to really build things. Come on, let's go.
I'm Sahpa. I'm the TO transformation owner of the team Inclusive Education Toolbox. And we are getting ready for the showcase today.
And on a scale of 1 till 10, like totally ready or not at all, how do you feel right now?
6, 7.
How are you feeling now?
We're feeling great. We're setting everything up, carrying a nice heavy table, and we're really excited to transform the space.
My name is Hamed Aminian. We are from Loopholes team.
I just talked to your colleague, and she shared a little bit about what a loophole is. What's your perspective on what a loophole is?
To be honest, it's a kind of gamified toolkit. We expanded it for other sectors. It was established first for the fashion sector, and we are going to continue it with the different sectors and align it with the EU transition pathway.
You are a familiar face at DSS. Can you talk me through how many showcases did you experience so far?
Yeah, so actually I think this is the fourth one. The last 3 I was here as a digital transformation leader. So I just so excited because every showcase is different from each other, and I think it's a really good opportunity to connect with the other people and see even your project from the other perspective.
What can we expect from your booth?
It's a secret, so expect so many surprises.
What will you miss the most when this ends?
Well, the vibe of the people here, and also learning new things, specifically about design.
This isn't just a regular showcase. It's a statement of resilience. Because every voice you hear today proves one thing. When things get tough, this community built its bridges. So let's get started. Give a warm welcome to Shalek and Jeroen. I'm Mariluz Garcia, a lifelong learner. Let's get started.
Welcome, everyone, to our Digital Society Schools Showcase. So, can everyone hear me okay? Yes. My name is Shaila, and I'm a marketing specialist here at Digital Society School, and I'll be one of the co-hosts for today.
I'm Jeroen Groeneveld. I'm the comic relief. She is the actual host. I'm just here because the patriarchy requires me to be here. So.
Thanks, Jeroen. Glad to have you with me. So before we get started on the program, I'd like to go over some practical information first. So we have a photographer walking around over here. There, he's giving a wave. If any of you does not want your photo to be present in any of our online posts, please let us know and we'll make sure to have that covered. Also, as some of you have probably discovered, we have some snacks and drinks in the space just to your left and behind us here. So please feel free to help yourself to any snacks or drinks. Everyone also will have received a name tag when they entered the space this afternoon. Please, as you're heading home tonight after being here at Digital Society School, please pop the name tags back into the tray that's waiting so that we can reuse it for some sustainable use. And finally, the program today will be having 2 panels, discussion panels with various speakers, and this will also be a great moment for all of you to get involved. So we have a little catch box right over here. So if anyone has any questions throughout the panels, please just raise your hand and we'll be tossing that catch box right over to you.
In addition to our live studio audience, we also have an online live stream going out now on YouTube. Welcome, online viewers. You are in the company of Robert Jan, our marketing head. He will be there to answer your questions. If you have very specific ones that you might want to bring forward, just let us know. We'll see if we can get them to the panelists on time. But yeah, Robert Jan will be taking care of you. Also, check out the YouTube playlist for the project videos so you can get yourself up to date on what we've been doing the past 5 months. Thanks.
Now, to kick things off, today we're celebrating our 15th showcase here at Digital Society School. So I think this is a really special moment, whether this is your 15th showcase or for some of you, maybe like me, it might be your first. So maybe we can get a show of hands. Who's here for the first time today?
Nice.
Nice.
Who's here for the 10th or... Veterans represent.
Yes. Well, whether you're a partner of ours, a dedicated trainee, one of our colleagues on the DSS team, or you've just popped around for the first time today, we hope that you have a great time exploring the space around you. Just to give you a little bit more information about what you can see around you, we have 9 different booths. 8 of these are trainee booths, and we also have our very own Digital Society School booth on creative technology and what kind of projects we're working on, and that's just over here on the stage. So after the program, please feel free and take your time to discover everything that's been happening here over the last semester. So just to go into how today's program is going to look like, we're going to start off with a panel with 2 of our partners from partner organizations.
And after that, we have a panel with the people that actually guide the research teams, because we throw them in at the deep end, but we always also give them a life preserver in the shape of a TO, so you will meet them. But one face you've already seen.
So they'll be telling you all about their experiences, which I think is a really exciting moment. And finally, to really get involved with what the trainees have been developing here at DSS, a member of each of the teams will be stepping forward to give a pitch about their project and the booth, and essentially just invite you into this world and the space that we've curated here.
Yeah.
So I think it's time to kick it off with our partner panel. Can I please, first of all, invite Nout van der Pat, founder of Leafy, right over here.
There you go. Thank you. And my good friend Ivar Timmer from Legal Management and Technology.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Gentlemen, welcome back. You're on the couch now.
Yeah.
How does it feel? Very nice to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Maybe you'd both like to give a little introduction of yourselves and what you've been working on.
Sure. Shall I start? My name is Nout van der Pat. I'm the founder of the company Leafy. It is for me the 3rd time that I'm here. 1 time as a visitor and 2 times as a partner, right? Partner. Feels very special, always say partner. And what we do at Leafy, we build bio-based modular facade panels. And it means actually panels we can attach on a building and where plants can grow out of. And we do this now for 4 years. And we are also busy with how can we really implement those panels. And we did this with the work of, 2 times already with the DSS. And they're really focused on flora and fauna scans, but I think we can dive into that a little bit later more. But very nice to be here. It feels like almost like a NATO couch, you know?
Yeah. Hope you're comfortable.
I'm expecting an app from our former Prime Minister, actually.
NOS Live. But no, very nice to be here and nice to see you all. And thank you so much.
And so my name is Ivo Timmer. I'm a spearhead a research program here that we have on legal management and technology, which is basically about making the law more accessible to citizens and more transparent and more accessible to, especially in this digital age. So everything about how technology helps executing the legislation and making the law more accessible to people, basically. And we've been working on a project where some trainees have done well. We'll probably talk about that later. So let's not get into that. But that's my background. This is the second time that I've been at that I've been a partner for a group of trainees, and it's always a very nice experience.
Cool.
Really nice. How has the collaboration been going with the trainee teams here at DSS?
Yeah, very nice actually. I mean, it's very interesting to have this international group of trainees approaching a topic which is the topic that we gave them was actually very specialized, and it's very interesting to see how, they dive into it and, during the process get a grasp of what we're trying to do and, fill us with new insights and new perspectives as well. So that's the great benefit of working with DSS.
Cool.
Have there been any new unexpected outcomes that might have come up in the last months?
Oh, not necessarily unexpected, but a fresh perspective, I would say. So that's, yeah.
Nice. Really
How
nice.
is it for you, Nout?
Great. We always say that we love working with trainees or with students because my co-founder and I, we are both very enthusiastic and passionate about our product, but you always get the tendency to work in like a tunnel vision. And if you work with trainees, or especially with trainees from all over the globe, you really get pulled out of this tunnel vision and you see new perspectives. And that's really what I think is the beauty about DSS, is that getting us as partners out of this tunnel vision. And that's been really a great time. Yeah, so I love the collaboration.
Curious to see, because we actually have a project that's sort of about what you're talking about, tunnel vision and bubbles.
Yeah.
See if you can pick it out during the pitches later on.
Okay. Nice. Yeah.
Were there any surprises this time around for you?
I was thinking, because you just mentioned it, once again, it is indeed getting out of the tunnel vision. What I found the most hilarious one, where there was one time, I think it was Adam who said it, but somebody in the team said like, what happens if your dog or your cat eats the plants? I mean, some of them can be quite toxic, and some of them can maybe potentially, end the life of your loved one.
Yeah.
And I was
Not
like,
something we want.
that is actually something that I've never thought about, like the toxicity of a plant. There are many plants that are quite toxic. And yeah, I've never thought about it. So that was, for me, it was a hilarious one, and it's really funny because, once again, tunnel vision. But getting those things, you have to sort those things out, because imagine that would happen. Yeah. Big lawsuit. So that was I found it quite hilarious, and at the same time, it was very interesting to notice.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. It must have definitely broadened your sight
Yes.
over your research
Yes.
and just added this extra layer of thinking okay, how are we affecting even our own pets or just animals or nature that coexist in urban spaces as well.
I mean, if the pets eat them, your toddlers will eat them. So might be
Small safety hazard.
small safety hazard.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
That's and Ivar, I also wanted to ask, can you speak a bit about your project and essentially your organization's role in reshaping society or community habits?
Yeah, sure. So the assignment that we gave the group of trainees was to so the Netherlands, of course, has a very complex and very extensive system of social security, in which the gemeente, the city of Amsterdam, also plays a part. Every city does. So basically, from this whole spectrum of social security benefits, there's a small part that the gemeente does. But it's very complex to navigate this landscape of benefits. So basically, the assignment was for the students to make this part of the landscape more accessible. Our final goal is to encompass the whole landscape. this is very important, of course, because the Netherlands is still a well-functioning democracy. But even in the Netherlands, this democracy, the rule of law is under pressure. Partly because we have some idiotic leaders running. Let's not elect any more of those, please. But there is a very important issue of waning trust in the government. The trust in the government is under pressure, especially in the Netherlands. We've had some scandals which give good cause for people to mistrust the government also. So that's the background of this assignment. How do you get people to trust in the government? Not some people are scared to apply for benefits because they fear that the governments will know things about them there, or that they have to pay big sums of money back, which is understandable regarding these scandals. So that was an important part of the subject of the assignment, and they've done a very good job in it, and we'll definitely take what they've created to future projects also, because. That was a very interesting outcome of the project.
Yeah, no, it's one of the, when we were preparing this show, this live stream, we were thinking about who to invite to the couch, and we figured both of you would give a really interesting perspective. And we just last weekend we celebrated, of course, Amsterdam 750 years, and we felt that you both represent different aspects of what a sustainable society looks like.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you? This is Go ahead now.
How it feels like now, or how it should feel like, or
how do you see your role, and how do you see the role also as citizens? We spoke about the rule of law, but it's not necessarily just about the rule of law. Marleen Sticker always speaks also about civilian initiatives, in addition to private and public initiatives. Yeah. So how do you see your role there?
That's why I started the company. Is I saw an issue, and I wanted to resolve that. And if we look at Amsterdam, for example, I'm actually diving into a bit of a research. But there was in 1666, there was a German physician, and he described Amsterdam, and he said, "Is Amsterdam a forest in a city or a city in a forest?" And that really struck me. Like, if you look at it now, yes, there are some parts that are quite green. But most parts, if you look at, for example, heat stress, 90% of the inner city is paved. Yeah. And we have the luck that there are still canals in there. But if you go to Rotterdam or any other city that isn't similar built as Amsterdam, it is so much gray. And we see now that cities they actually see this as an issue. So they want to implement more green. But the cities aren't built to do that. So how can we manage? And then the city looks at citizens, they look at companies, they look at, we have this issue, who can solve that for us? We solve that issue, and as at Leafy, at our company, we think, we have a solution, we can do that on the facade, because that is a place where there's not a lot of function, and we can actually solve these issues for the city.
Cool. Yeah. We just got a 1 minute signal from the director, so let's see if we have a question in the audience. Ooh, I have one over there. Okay, this is going to be a bit tricky. Yeah. So here we go.
How are your throwing skills?
Easy.
Nice.
All right. I was wondering.
Speak into the cross.
To the cross. Hey, I was wondering what you guys think are the skills that future professionals need to have in order to lead sustainable change.
Yeah.
It's just a big question.
For the final minute.
All right. No, well, maybe an overall question, an overall answer to that question is that I think the importance of multidisciplinary work is just very, is very prominent in these day and ages. I mean, we live in a very complex society where no discipline in itself can solve problems. So you always need, different disciplines to solve a problem, and I think that mindset is just essential to being a modern professional who wants to solve problems. So yeah.
Awesome. Anything to add now?
Try to find. So who?
1 minute.
Yeah, no. Work with ChatGPT. No, kidding. No, it's if you find your passion, find your true passion in that sense, and it's always tricky to be guided by your passion. But if you're real passionate about solving that issue, you will find your ways, and that is actually the skill that you need. Because you're enthusiastic, you learn more, you're easy to adapt, because you're intrinsically motivated, to tackle that challenge. And if you're not deeply passionate about solving that issue, then find another thing that you're really passionate about, because I'm sure you will be passionate about something. But if you find that thing, then you will know for sure, and that's the only skill you really need.
Nice. That's a lovely sentiment to end on, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. You managed to get a lot into that last minute, so kudos.
Internal JGP.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, there he goes.
It's
oh.
built to bounce. So for everybody who just had an heart attack, sorry, but that was not necessary.
Thank you so much, Nout and
Thank you.
Ivar.
You're welcome.
We're a really great conversation to have, and yeah, thanks for joining this panel.
Cool.
Thank you. Yeah. Time for our next victims.
Yes. Let's see. So during our next panel, we'll be joined by 3 panelists, starting off with Mari Fujiwara. Feel free to. Where's our third mic?
Yeah, I have
right.
it.
Perfect.
We do this for a living, sort of.
Or should I stop?
No,
Sit, feel free. Get comfortable. And next we'll be joined by Mohammed. He's one of our TOs.
And Mohammed, if you sit in the middle, please.
Yes. And I have mic too, so
And then last but certainly not least,
here you go.
Dan. There you go.
All right. Get comfortable.
Yeah, you're in the hot seat now.
It's time. It's your
Yeah, so
moment.
this is why we grab the chairs, because they're less deep. Even with long legs like
Yeah.
mine, the back couch is a little uncomfortable sometimes. No, we just want you to be on edge.
So Mari, Mohammed, and Dan have each had some different roles here at DSS, and we'll be sharing a little bit more about their personal growth and journey as leaders and in the projects they've been involved in. So maybe each of you would like to give a little introduction of yourself and what your role has been, what your professional journey has been, and then we can pop into some deeper questions.
Shall we start on the left side of the couch, Dan?
Yeah, I'll kick off. G'day, I'm Dan. I've come here from Australia in December last year and came to the showcase in, was it December or January? In January. And pretty much with no expectation of doing this course, just kind of like landed in this role. And it was kind of like just the opportunity to practice my leadership skills came up. And so I signed up for the Transformational Leadership Program. And have just been like totally like challenged and elated and so humbled by like my experience here. So yeah, we'll talk more about it. But hi everyone, I'm looking forward to chatting more.
Mohammed.
Sure. Hi everyone, and welcome to the showcase. I'm Mohammed from Iran. I have a background in architecture, industrial design, and digital design. I came here to DSS, I think it was 2 years ago, having the Transformation Leadership Program, and it's my 3rd time here, and happy to be with you. Yeah.
Cool.
My name is Mari, and I actually started here as a trainee 3 years ago this time. Yeah, so then I also started working at DSS as creative researcher, and right now I'm a creative project manager, creative technologist, and facilitator.
Woo! Yeah.
So I'll start with, well, I wanted to ask all of you actually about your personal development as leaders. Dan, maybe we can start with you about how that's evolved across the semester.
Yeah, well, I came in and met like a really beautiful group that I was working with, and but sort of came in with some ideas around what leadership was, and kind of, I don't know, like I hate to admit I was a bit like, all right, this is how it's going to work around here. Like, here's the best ideas and stuff. And then over time, I feel like I discovered like a new form of, leadership and a different aspect of myself, which is more about like greasing the gears of collaboration and not trying to be like, I don't know, like calling the shots or something, but like just playing that background role and trying to like see what everyone's strengths are and lift them up. And so I guess that's how my perspective on leadership has changed.
Cool.
Yeah, I think absolutely. I think a big part of what we learn and talk about here at DSS is experimentation and finding new ways of iteration. And I think even in building leadership skills, I think, and in soft skills as well, that's something that's so relevant, like constantly experimenting with the way you approach communication as well. Mohammed and Mari, did you also have that experience?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I have a good example for it. For the first weeks of the leadership program, Mari-Luz gives you this assessment to write a letter to your future self. And then she asks you to put some goals for yourself there. And then after the program, she gives this letter back to you and you can read it. So when I came here, I wrote this letter and I wrote it 3 times actually. And yeah, Mari-Luz gave me this letter and I found the first one that I had for like 3 years ago and I was reading it and I remember that I wrote, I want to improve my communication skills in professional level. And then the second one was about I want to learn facilitation. And the third one was like, I just want to be a better human. I think.
Nice.
Yeah, I think the last one was just says it a lot about it. That we start with empathy in the design process, and I think it's all just about improving yourself in the leadership program, and I really enjoyed it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not only in the leadership program, of course, is this personal development aspect really important. Being a better human is the best guarantee for a more sustainable society.
Absolutely.
Mari, you've had the whole scala of possible experiences here. What's your perspective on that?
So when I started here as a trainee, it was really about making. So I was researching and I was doing it. I loved it. And then like as a transformation owner the next year, I was kind of like still navigating my leadership style. And I was quite nervous 2 years ago. And I had a really nice group of trainees, but then I had the biggest imposter syndrome. Maybe some of you can relate. But yep. Yeah, and then like I was still trying to get that sorted out, but not working that well, I would say. But now, recently, I just like noticed, it's gonna sound so cheesy, but just being yourself works. Like you don't have to be the leader, but you can have to be the leader you can be. And that's fine. And I have my own style and I can now own it.
Nice. Awesome answer.
I really like that. I think a big part of leadership is just navigating social interactions in a way that suits both yourself and the people you're around. So adapting to different teams and learning that no person is the same, no team is the same, and having that adaptability yourself as a leader can add so much to a project, like just understanding the people that you're working with.
Absolutely.
I think it's such like a core part of it.
Yeah.
And do you guys have any advice or tips for anyone who might be looking to join DSS as a transformation owner or doing the TLP program?
I can add something. I'm referring to this nice quote from this Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu, if I'm not wrong. He says that the leader is best when the people barely knows he exists. And when the work is done, people say we did it. And I think that's the thing. I think in the leadership, you just learn how to put this title away and be a really authentic leader. And to be that, you need to learn a lot of things about yourself, to when lead the team, how get the control, how lose the control, and see how they interfere with the challenges. And I think the leadership just helped me to learn a lot of skills like facilitation, project management, or stakeholder expectation management. These things just needs a lot of effort to know what would be the best to bring for the project, and you fail a lot during that. And I think this is the first thing we learn in the Digital Society School, to firstly fall in love with the problem, and then not fearing them, and just see, okay, what I really learned and how I can bring to the table.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice, thanks. Shall we see if there's a question in the
Yes,
audience?
let's open the floor. Does anyone have any questions?
Over there. Hold on, pass this one.
Oh, yeah.
Just so it doesn't hit your head.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I have a question. Do you have any tips or advice for people who want to develop their leadership skills?
Try yourself. To be honest, yeah, you just need to try and see what works for you. For me, that was really like being on the same level as, everyone. But then maybe for you, it's different. I would like to get myself a bit more involved in the process and the content rather than, telling somebody to do something. So, but then I'm not sure, like, that might be very different for you, right? So you just need to try yourself and see what works for you.
Thank you so much.
Cool.
Yeah. I think there is no designated route for it, and I think everyone has their own approach of leadership, let's say. And I think, the best way is just try it and fail. There is a like a good course in leadership called non-violent communication. That I'm failing repetitively in that. It's really hard. Yeah, I think you had this experience in the leadership program. We were trying to just be non-violent communicator, and it's so hard. Yeah. So don't scare. Just try it, and I think just be open that. You need to develop and develop and develop, and there is no end to be like a great leader, let's say. Yeah.
Final words, Dan?
You said that so well. I'm just loving everything you're saying. I'm like, this is great. I can just relax.
Lean into that Aussie vibe. Yeah.
No, I think leadership's a funny thing because, I came into this program and like someone else gave me the title of a leader. It was like I kind of did nothing other than just like sign up for a program. It's super weird. And so you walk in and then you get the title of leader and you get to practice that role. But it's like it's like a fiction. It's like a story in our minds that, this guy's the leader sort of thing. So I think like it just, if you want to be a leader, just kind of like weave the story in your mind that makes you a leader of like the people around you and take that role and try and lift, the people around you up. And you can be a leader in your own story.
Awesome.
Lovely. Thank you so much for joining us for this panel. And we gotta,
Time to move on. Yeah. So thanks so much.
I just pop these down. Sorry.
Thank you, Alma.
I think this is on.
This is mic one.
Ooh. Yeah. Let's grab this one.
Oh yeah.
So for my sound person, mic one. Now we get to the extra special fun bit. We had the special bit, we had the fun bit, now the extra special fun bit.
It's finally time to dive into what's happening in the space around us and hear from some of the trainees themselves about what they've been working on in these last 5 months. So
Saba,
let's get right started.
Woo! Give him a hand.
Yeah.
The floor is yours.
Thank you. Yeah, hi everyone. Welcome to the showcase again. I'm Sahba. I'm the transformation owner of the team Toolbox Inclusive Education. Over the last 5 months, together with my team, we've been trying to create a tool for this university, for teachers and teacher trainers, to become more inclusive in their teaching practices. And you can find our booth right next to the stage. You can see there, where do you stand, the sign there. So please come over there. We can have a discussion and we can talk where you actually stand in terms of diversity. So,
Thanks.
See you.
Thank you, Sarah. And next up, we have Nazanin from the Paradox Leadership Compass team.
Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the DSS Showcase. I'm Nazanin from one of the members of the Mindflip team, previously known as Paradoxical Leadership Compass.
Name change?
Yes, name change, because we've been through so many ups and downs during past 5 months. So our project is about fostering critical thinking amongst its students, specifically in the higher education, and how to move them away from binary thinking and echo chambers, and in other words, how to pop the knowledge bubble. If you're really interested, I will see you in our booth over there, so we can explore more together, have some fun activities, play together, and have a nice chat.
Nice. Ibrahim. There you go, sir.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Ibrahim M. Abba. So over the past 5 months, we have been working on an exciting project in collaboration with VFRO. So developing an AI agent that work together in responding to audience comments. So not only that, actually, today we are proud to showcase what we have built. So we are not just stopping at a demo. So we prepared a fun and interactive game for all of you. So feel free to explore, play, and ask questions. So we are so excited to share this journey with you. So you can have a look at our booth. Yeah.
Thanks so much. Awesome.
And next up is Hamid.
Hey again, I'm Hamed. Thank you for coming to our final showcase. I'm from Loopholes. We are exploring how a toolkit that's born for fashion industry can help transform other sectors as well. It was originally started to address challenges in fashion industry by using textile thinking. Means a way of viewing the systems through different ways. And now we are testing it with 3 new sectors: electronics, construction, and proximity and social economy. We created new sets of cards for it. Don't hesitate to come to our booth, ask my colleagues if you have any questions, and enjoy yourself.
Cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
Awesome. Seb? There you go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. And of course, you are our amazing partner already. I guess mentioned everything, but I'm going to add some stuff. One question that was very interesting from the beginning of the project was that 80,000 people in Amsterdam lives in low income, and about only half of them apply for benefits that city provides. So together with the technical partner from Hava, we build a system that can help those 40,000 to apply for these benefits. And we are very excited to show you what we've built. And of course, you may be even eligible for benefits and you may not know it. So, so come to our booth and find out if you can take money from Amsterdam.
Nice. Taking money from Amsterdam, always a good at least since 1568, it's been a good idea. Before then, maybe not so much. Who's next?
Next up is Mercy from Team Leafy.
Hi everyone, welcome to DSS showcase, and I'm Mercedes from Team Leafy. As you all know about the Leafy, we've been working during these 5 months. We've been working on a project that brings nature to our cities. So we created a tool that helped designers and architects to choose the best plants, the best combination of non-native and native plants for their own facade. So if you are curious about how technology, design, and ecology can work together, please come to our booth and design your own facade.
Thank you. Got it.
Hey.
Have you ever imagined growing old without family, without friend, without a safety net to catch up? My name is Ade. I'm from Vitality Lab, and our project focuses on creating a caring neighborhood for elderly people in this community of Kane, as people there are growing old and they are lonely, and we need to come up with a solution. I would like you to visit our team to see what we are planning and what we actually did. And I believe that when you get back home, you will also want to explore this with your grandma and your grandpa. Thank you.
Thank you. And from the kenniscentrum, Luc.
Thank you. Please tell me, who here knows the feeling of working so very hard on a project but getting no recognition for it? You work so hard but you're left in the dark. It doesn't feel good, does it? Well, this is the experience of many researchers at kenniscentrum, which means knowledge center. It's a collective of researchers that work here at the university. So that's why kenniscentrum came to us to help bridge the gap between students and research that is done. Today, we want to show you guys what we made and a sensory experience in the dark. So if you are not afraid, please come visit us at the end. And we would love to show you something very special. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice.
All right. And finally,
Of course, we saved a spotlight for ourselves at the end. Bart, where are you, buddy?
Thank you. We humans, we use metaphors all the day. We use it to make sense of the world around us. Why do we say time is money, or we are surfing the information highway? It's to make sense of the world around us. And it's as we are approaching an era where not only us make sense of the world around us, but also AI is in there. How do AI create metaphors? And how do they interpret our metaphors? We went for the test, and we have set up a little booth at the stage area for you to explore, to experiment, and to play with AI in creating new metaphors and how they would be interpreted. So we really invite you to join us at the stage. There are several things to explore, but also this interactive booth. See you later.
Awesome.
thank you, guys.
For the people online, yes, we are in a physical space. There's a stage over there. There's drinks over there. Sorry, you have to remember to hydrate.
Very important. So we're reaching the end of our program, but that does mean the start of all of you being able to explore everything that's happening around us.
Yeah.
And we would just like to wish everyone a very warm thank you for being here in this space. Thank you to our partners for collaborating with us and sticking through it throughout this whole semester. Thank you to our dedicated trainees for all the work they've put in on their projects, on their booths. A big thank you to the DSS team and all of our colleagues who worked extremely hard to make this day happen.
The TOs, of course.
TOs, can't forget them. And also a big thank you to the New Media Services production team, including... So that's Youssef, Antonio, Rudy, Elspeth, Emma. Let's get a big round of applause. So,
and that's it from us.
That's it.
Thank you, you rule each other.
And thank you very much for all of our online viewers. See you next time.
See you next time.